computers. Just give me 1 second. So we have a situation, as I was saying for last good couple of months, more than a year, that things are going to go haywire and out of control. They are still not out of control, but they will be. I would say so. So I just made a live video yesterday, and it seems that I'm live. I made even 2 live videos yesterday, and one of them is gone, but I already re-uploaded the video, and it is going to be available later today, so you'll be able to watch it, what I said last night, Irish time. But I did share maps that I think are very interesting, and I'm going to share them again later today. Hopefully I will shoot another live, or maybe I will just make a video about it. But I had a number of visions as well last night, or maybe early in the morning, and more or less they were associated with Europe going on fire in a way. So I've seen France, Germany, and maybe other German-speaking countries like Switzerland, Austria as well. UK, but UK, I would say mostly like the big city centers only, and maybe partially Spain as well. Regarding Spain, I've seen a large rectangular violet or purple object hitting some sort of a hard surface, like building or a wall, and bouncing off it. I don't know what sort of object was it, yeah, but I did see that today in the morning. Regarding astrology, as I said, we have this very, very strong configuration in our skies that will stay with us for another couple of years, and changes that are going to be associated with this setup in the sky are going to remain with us probably for thousands of years, because it does not happen very often, and the last time it happened, it was very many years ago. The last time a similar setup happened was in the year 476, as far as I remember, so that was the collapse of Roman Empire, and a similar collapse we are experiencing right now, if we are talking about the United States of America. And all this setup is actually happening at the very, very important point of the roots of United States of America. And the thing is that I expect, hello Jamie Doyler 4926, it is happening in the point where when a similar action happened like 170 years ago, more or less, there was civil war in the United States. So I would expect similar stuff going on in the United States anyways, but because this setup is much stronger than it used to be, I simply think that the United States will lose dominant role in the world. And what is going to happen then is that they will separate themselves from the rest of the world, and they will try to run business internally and have their own sphere of influence, being the Western world, mostly Americas. But even though if they withdraw from Europe, they would have to fight for the South America that has lots of Chinese influence. And they started with Panama, taking the control of the Panama Canal. And as I said in my Panama video that I made probably more than a year ago, I've seen Panama in lots of trouble. It did not happen as in the time frame that I said, but I did see that the Panama Canal is going to get some sort of, the Panama as country is going to experience some sort of lots of pressure. Hello, Rooney, John Daluni. So events that we are going to experience in the next couple of months are going to be extremely interesting and exciting. And then on the other hand, they might be scary, and there's loads of changes that is coming to each and every person all over the world. In my videos, I did mention, I did say it many times, that last year was about first degrees of each and every zodiac sign is going to receive loads of influences and changes. This year, it is going to change from, let's say, the 5th to the 10th degree of each and every zodiac sign. So if you have any sort of placement in this area in your horoscope, it means that big changes are coming. So I am pro-peace, and I do not support any of the sides. I do believe that all of the problems can be resolved peacefully. But you see, war is usually the last resort that people take and countries take to resolve the problems and disagreements. Or sometimes there are countries that see war as the first solution, easiest to show off your force. I did say in my videos that I see that if war happens again between Israel and Iran, because it is war between Israel and Iran, and the United States is just a tool in this game, yeah? I did tell you, and I did make a map of the whole Middle Eastern region, plus Afghanistan, Pakistan, and these countries above Afghanistan as well, that they are like blank, white on the map. This is the vision that I had, yeah, a number of months ago. And I'm gonna share this map again today when I make another live from the computer. So I do believe that things are going to get out of control very soon. Regarding economy, I would strongly suggest, if I had, but I'm in a situation now that I would probably have to find another place to live. And it's very, very difficult right now in Ireland to find anything to rent. So what is going to be happening regarding financial markets of all sorts of types, and I said it many times, expect that the stock exchanges, commodities exchanges, they are going to get suspended. And I do believe that it is going to happen multiple times this year, that they will get suspended. So be careful with your investments. This is not investment advice anyway, but if you do it, be very careful and expect that you may be forced to sell stuff at price that is not very favorable for your investment. So expect that. Again, I do believe that we are just ahead of times where good investment can happen. So I expect a major dip or dips soon. And then I expect that the stock market's going up and all of the markets going up again. And then that would be a good time to sell. We'll see if I have 50 quid to invest myself, but these times are coming. I did say that April is going to be quite interesting regarding all of the financial world and the possessions that we have. That's gonna be revolutionized. And then at the end of April, we are going to enter the world of revolution regarding our communication and technology. And I did say it many times in my videos. The advancement in technology, biotechnology, AIs, robotics is going to be exponential. It is going to happen so fast and so quick that it will be really hard to be able to even follow the news of the new stuff that are going to be discovered and introduced all over the world. Apart from Iran and Israel again, I said it in my videos, and I will. The video is already re-uploaded, so it should be available again very soon. My live from last night. So I do believe that the war is going to get out of control, and the whole region is going to be in flames. And I do believe that the small country that started or this business is going to get, in a way, destroyed and forced to move probably to Poland, Ukraine, maybe North Slovakia and Belarus. So I do believe that there is going to be sooner or later, maybe it's going to happen in about 2 or 3 years, 5, 10 years, but they are going to move Israel, I believe. So again, Archie J-Lo, hello. Archie J-Lo, hello, okay. So if you have any questions, write them now in the live chat, and I should be back late afternoon Irish time, or maybe at night, and I will try to draw another map with what I feel is going to happen in Europe quite soon. But technically speaking, this is the advice that I would give to a friend if I had some. Maybe I have some friends, but anyways, good relationship with your neighbors if you can, and friends. Full petrol or diesel tank in your car. Get sorted your dentistry and doctors. If you have to take meds, medical supplies. And then remember what's most important. So I will answer your question in a second. So air, water, food, shelter in this sequence. Would things be okay in Middle East for the rest of 2026? Well, fingers crossed, but I believe that it's going to get haywire. And in the video that I made last night, I did have a look at horoscopes of both India and Pakistan, and I explained why these countries are going to experience very, very difficult timing, and Pakistan is going to be first. As you can see, Pakistan is experiencing difficulties this time because Pluto, the planet that is responsible for death and rebirth, like a phoenix, is traveling through the highest point of horoscope of Pakistan, that is responsible for career, if we were talking about a human being. So it is forcing Pakistan to simply destroy certain ways Pakistan was run for last number of decades, and find a new way and build a new way. I do expect that Pakistan will brutally deal with Afghanistan, and I do believe that Afghanistan-Pakistan problems is caused by the small country in the Middle East. So because both Pakistan and Afghanistan would be supply line from China to Iran, and I do believe that all Middle East this time, and Europe as well, is going to go into big trouble, unfortunately. Are you in the Middle East, Mr. Ikhan4938? And I do believe that Turkey is going to do quite good. Like, I think that Turkey is aiming for, but I have to have a look at the Turkish horoscope anyway, but I do believe that they're aiming for rebuilding the Ottoman Empire again. So we'll see how it goes. Any more questions? Saudi Arabia. I haven't had a look at Saudi Arabia horoscope, and that's gonna be quite challenging because technically speaking, it's an old country, so it's gonna be difficult to find a reliable date of birth. Should we move to out to Canada? I did make a video about Canada. I'm not a fan of Canadian natal chart, but I did see that I expect borders in general in all over the world, but North America as well, borders to be in the same time dissolved, the real borders, and there are going to be imaginary borders set up. So technically speaking, an imaginary border is the ice kicking out everyone from US that does not have permission to stay there for longer than 90 days or whatever. And then again, they want to dissolve borders between Mexico and Canada to create one big massive state under the rule of America. And the question is, it really depends from a natal horoscope of a person whether it would be a good idea to move to a different country or not. Remember, it really depends where you live in Saudi Arabia as well. But I do believe that Middle East is going to be in big problem. It can happen. It can happen, but I do believe that in general, Western world is in big problem. We don't have kids here. we don't develop as well as we used to. And I think that simply this is collapse of the Western world and rise of Asia. How is it going to end up? Is United States going to be able to live with the fact that they don't rule the world anymore? Because they are not ruling the world anymore, and they just don't know it yet. The question is, how do you approach to a loss? You know, there are people called bad losers that are simply getting angry if they lose a competition, and the United States do not have anything to offer to other nations anymore as a global hegemonic state. And all the newest technologies are going to be developed in Asia. And technically speaking, you have to remember that Asians, in general, they are 5-10 IQ points smarter than Europeans. So I do believe that another 1,000 years is going to be the years of Asia. We'll see how it goes. Iran can be balkanized, but I do believe that it's rather going to be the whole Middle East against the small country. That is, you see, they are saying that, oh, we want to help Iranians to fight for freedom because they don't have a good government and they suppress women. And so there is a very good example. There is a small strip of land and then another piece of land in this small country in the Mediterranean, where they show how they give freedom to people. So, you know. Hello from Turkey. Merhaba. Türkçe bilir misiniz? Adaptation Grammy San. Please say Granny Sammy. Sunny, Grammy Sunny. Hello. So if there is someone from Turkey, I do believe that Turkey is going to be, well, if the things can go really, really bad, I do believe so. That's why I'm saying, first thing, I think most important out of them is to try to be in good mood, whatever happens. Yeah. Shit happens, it happens. But good mood, then good relationship with your neighbors. Be really, really good with your neighbors and friends. So maybe one day they will be able to give you a hand. Maybe you will need a new tire or a piece of bread, and they will help you. And then, you know, get your medical problems you have, and don't wait. Just try to consult your doctor and dentist. I had some surgery on my jaw recently done. That was delayed by 1.5 years, but that's sorted. And then air, water, food, shelter, yeah. And whatever comes. Just be in good mood. And full petrol tank. I just brimmed up a petrol tank, and I was saying that for months. Because and if you remember the video with the map of Iran that I did, because I had a vision, that was, I think it was even last year, that I've seen fuse being lit. At that time when I've seen the vision, I didn't know that Tehran, I thought Tehran is in the middle, but it's north of the country. So started at Tehran, going to the Strait of Hormuz, that I believed from the vision was supposed to be blocked. It is already blocked. So I think that the fuse has been lit with all the demonstration in Tehran, and now the thing is ready to, yeah. If by any chance Iranians will actually start fighting back, and if they are successful in flattening the small country, for example, and then secondly, if they manage to sink a couple of boats originated from the United States, then there might be some sort of what are we going to do now? And then maybe US decides to use the big boom boom. If they do, Pakistan already said that is covering Iran with nuclear umbrella. So, you know, things can really go haywire. Hopefully they won't. And I still believe that we could and we should try to assign ourselves to the best possible timeline that we are on, peaceful, full of development and love, not hate and destruction. But I do believe that there's lots of changes still coming to the world, and I do believe that the fall of the United States started in around 2008. Back then, everyone was laughing at me. They said, no, this crisis is going to end up, this economical crisis is going to end up in a couple of months. UK is already doing great. So that was the first crack, the serious crack in the system. And a small country in the Middle East knows that this is the last time the United States has any military power, because they don't have industrial power anymore. When General or Admiral Yamato, before starting the war with the United States, he said to other admirals and generals that Japan cannot win long war with United States, because he was in States and he has seen the industrial might of the United States. Industrial might of the United States was sent to China, India, Vietnam, the Asian countries. They know how to build now, and they build fast and better and cheaper, of course. They are so efficient comparing to the whole Western world, where this is the last year when the European market was flooded with Chinese cars. And I can see them on the street. I've never been into one yet, but from what I heard, they are cheaper and better. And the only price competitor, Dacia, is far away from the quality that you would be getting for the same money if you were buying the Chinese car made by Chinese. And as you know, Volvo, Lotus, Tata is Indian, and Volvo, Lotus, that's Chinese companies, and they are still building good Volvos, and people like them. So anyway, if you don't have any more questions, I'll be going, and hopefully it will end up peacefully. Yeah, hopefully. So be in good mood, smile, and spend time with your friends and family. If you have any spare time, and be good for yourself, to yourself and to your friends and family. As I said, big changes are coming, and I was saying that for the last couple of years. Am I happy that it is being materialized right now? No. And I still hope that we'll be fine. But if not, don't lose good mood, because the whole situation is... Listen to me. If you find my Telegram channel, it is the link to my Telegram channel is in one of the videos that I made before. If you find the link, if you add yourself to the Telegram channel, on the Telegram channel, I will share sooner or later what I think the whole situation on planet Earth is leading to, and maybe how to deal with it. So that's it for now. Be in good mood, and see you soon. Bye-bye. How do I stop it? Do you want to stop streaming? Stop.